Hello folks, this is Mike, PC31, the Vinyl Policeman. I was watching Steve, All the World to Stage's channel the other day, and he's produced two videos where he's showing all of his box sets. And I'm a real box set junkie, so I loved the videos that Steve did. And Steve has got a superb channel. Please subscribe, because the guy is just so knowledgeable, so entertaining, fantastic collection. So I'd really recommend that. But Steve, All the World to Stage, and he showed one particular box set which I didn't realise existed, and it's from an album from 1976 which was very, very influential for me. And I saw the band on their Sunburst Finish tour, Be Bop Deluxe. Saw them on their Sunburst Finish tour at Portsmouth Guildhall, February 1976. And as I say, I was 17, and so it was at a time where, live gigs were so influential. What you actually saw, Bill Nelson, fantastic guitarist. They had such a brilliant sound, great stage presence. And the thing I remember as well, they always had an awful lot of fun when they played together, Be Bop Deluxe. That really kind of came across. That's the programme from that night, 24th of February 1976. So that's the original programme. The support that night were the Doctors of Madness. And I remember they were really good. They were a lot of fun as well. But there we go. So that's the programme from way back then. And anyway, seeing Steve's video, I thought I've just got to pick up that box set. Again, that's the original vinyl from that period. The original vinyl on Harvest. So I've really got to pick up that box set. It was Be Bop Deluxe's third album at the time, recorded at Abbey Road and Air Studios on the Harvest label. Be Bop Deluxe are kind of they're a rock band, but kind of art rock, prog pop, futuristic pop. I've heard them called all number of things. Bill Nelson used to write all the material, and obviously then went solo. But one of the other notable things about the album actually was that it was the debut album from a production point of view of the excellent John Leckie. And John Leckie went on to produce albums such as Magazine's debut, Real Life, in 1978. And that's one of my favourite post-punk albums. I'd regard that as post-punk, although it was 78. John Leckie also produced Radiohead's The Bends, which personally is still my favourite Radiohead album. He did the Stone Roses album, XTC's White Music, their debut. He did also XTC's Alter Ego, the psych band, the Dukes of the Stratosphere, 25 O'Clock. John Leckie also produced that. So what I want to do is show you the contents of the box. And as I say, it's a unboxing-ish, because I've already taken all the bits and pieces out. But that's actually the box. That's the size of a normal album, so you get an idea of the actual size of the thing. But that's the actual box out. I tend to try and keep the shrink on if I possibly can, and you could with this one, where the things slide in from the side. But with this, so it came out in 2018, you've got 4 discs. So disc 1 is the original stereo mix but remastered. Disc 2 is a 2018 stereo remix. Disc 3 is basically 6 tracks from a concert, a BBC Radio 1 concert, recorded in January 1976. So again, I saw them a month later at Portsmouth Guildhall. And there's also the wonderful John Peel, very influential DJ in the UK. So BBC Radio 1 John Peel sessions, and that was also recorded February 76. Okay, so that really was 10th of February, so I saw them 14 days later. And there's 3 tracks, Crying to the Sky, Peace of Mind and Blazing Apostles. Those 3 live tracks actually are absolutely fantastic. The producer was John Waters, and it's really captured Be Bop Deluxe superbly, really superbly. Disc 4 is a DVD, which is 5.1 surround sound mix, but it's got the 2018 stereo mix, and it's also got the original stereo remaster. But the other thing it's got on it, which is terrific actually, is a bit of video content. Only 3 videos, but you've got an unreleased promo video of Ships in the Night. Ships in the Night was the only single, I think, which came from this and reached number 23 in the UK. But they weren't really a singles band. But yeah, Ships in the Night, previously unreleased promotional video. It's really good. It's fantastic. And from the wonderful Old Grey Whistle Test, Whispering Bob Harris, which 17 at the time, the Old Grey Whistle Test was the music program. Artists played live on it. It was just such an iconic program, and Bob Harris was the ultimate presenter for music. Superb. 2 tracks where Be Bop Deluxe are playing live in the studio: Ships in the Night and Fair Exchange, which is the first track on the album. Old Grey Whistle Test, January 1976. In the actual video, Be Bop Deluxe got these enormous flares on because it's 1976. The clothes are just absolutely incredible. But so that's the actual outer of the box set. So what you actually get in the box set is, again, same size, fits in lovely. You get 4 things, as I say, the original stereo mix remastered, a 2018 stereo remix, 2 live sessions there, and then the DVD with the 5.1 surround and the video bits and pieces. You also get a replica of the tour program for 1976, which, if I just show you my original again, you can see the difference in size, but it's replica apart from that. You also get a wonderful, loose but book, and in the book, as you can imagine, you know, the artwork, the pictures, absolutely superb. Goes through each of their albums, lyrics from the songs on the Sunburst Finish albums, more artwork, some great write-ups and reviews. If you're a Be Bop Deluxe fan, this box set is an absolute must. And as I say, for me in particular, this album, so influential. Lovely book. What you also get in the box set is a picture of each member of the band. So you've got, for instance, so Bill Nelson, and then Bill Nelson's picture there. We've got Simon Fox, the drummer, and this is the kind of the best, the known Be Bop Deluxe lineup. Andy Clark on keyboards, and Charles Tumahay on bass. Charles, who was a New Zealander, great bass player. What you also get is a write-up, which is a Harvest release, and basically it's talking about the band, so it goes back right back to the beginning of the band's history, right back to the beginning of Bill Nelson, and it's a write-up by Trevor Gardner. But it's all through the change of label, what they were going through, the self-released elements, etc. But it's an interesting document. And finally, in the box set, this is the poster that was going out to shops and people. DJs of America, do you recognise this woman in the cover? If you don't, you soon will. She adorns the jacket of the new album by Be Bop Deluxe. And judging by the way you received Futurama, the last Be Bop Deluxe album, you're soon going to know all about the new one. It's called Sunburst Finish, and you can obtain a copy from your Capitol Records promo man. Sunburst Finish, new album by Be Bop Deluxe, shipping January the 5th, 1976. So, as I say, if you're a Be Bop Deluxe fan, this is absolute must box set. Wonderful album from way back in the 70s. Yeah, high recommend. Okay, thanks folks.